Good afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Sain. I want to thank everyone attending today. And today's topic I will discuss is what is discrimination in the workplace. The topics that will be discussed today are what is discrimination, the types of discrimination, and what can be done about it. I will start off by defining discrimination. Discrimination is the act of judging a person by their personal beliefs, culture, or physical appearance and capabilities. Treating someone differently based on gender characteristics still occurs and varies by society and work environment. This mostly happens in workplaces, school, and personal lives. In some occasions, some workplaces prefer and have special treatment towards a sex or physical appearance of a gender. Now that we know what discrimination is, let's jump to the types of discrimination. Gender discrimination occurs as sexism, homophobia, and racial profiling. Sexism is a belief or an attitude that one sex is inferior or less valuable. In some work settings, gender is preferred because it is believed to do best than the other. Most of these problems come from believing that males are better than females. This may cause the females to riot or cause problems in the workplace against the employer. Even in some cases, females receive lower wages or even not the same health benefits or benefits in the workplace. There are certain job positions that a gender is preferred or is only offered to that gender when there should be no preference. Physical preference from both genders might even lead to harassment or uncomfortable work situations. Females face this mostly with male supervisors or male bosses. It is believed by females that it should be equal treatment no matter the sex or sexual orientation. Homophobia, an irrational fear of gays and lesbians. The sexual preference of the employee should not affect treatment or quality of work, since it is a personal choice. The sexuality of the employee does not determine that person's work efficiency and commitment. For example, a person might prefer the different sexual preference as a different person, but can still do and commit to the work as equal or even better than the other person. Racial profiling, using racial or ethnic characteristics in determining whether a person is considered likely to commit a particular type of crime or an illegal act. This may happen by the employer by looking maybe at the race of the person, the color, the height, or the appearance. They might believe that a person is better because it is taller or shorter, or might even be a colored person or a white person. It should not be that way. There are laws that protect the employee against these type of racial profiling issues. Gender discrimination comes in many ways, but what can we do about it? Well, let's move on to actions that should be taken. During gender discrimination, the employee must report it to the employer or the higher standard person. If it is not reported, then the employer might not know what the problem is. As I said, if you have a problem in your workplace, then report it. It is very important because therefore there will be no attention towards it. Read all of the employer's policy and find any proof of where they commit to equality and fail to provide. Face the problem as professional as possible to avoid big problems and less attention from other employees. The last thing you want is everyone paying attention to your problem when you want to keep it as secret as possible. If problem is never called to attention, then employer will not realize the mistakes they are making. If it is I strictly recommend that it has to be reported. If it is not, then there will be no actions taken. There are laws that protect the employee, therefore the law may interfere with the situation and provide benefits toward the employee. How many here are currently working or have a job position? Can you please raise your hand? Have you ever had this issue before of having discrimination in your workplace?
In my workplace, there's many different types of ethnic groups, and sometimes it causes tension between who is the better race.
That is a really good example. Ethnic races are a rarity here, especially here in the United States. This may occur very often because of the changes of a religion or maybe the race. I believe so, in my personal belief, that if a person's race or race should not interfere with the workplace. It is the equal output of the employee as the other. Have you done anything about that problem?
No.
Why not?
Because sometimes I'm scared that they might tell me something or might,
It is true. Many employees believe that if they do report it, they might get in trouble with an employer that does not want any problems, which is not good because we are ignoring ourselves, and if we don't enjoy being at work, then why are we going? Steps to end gender discrimination. Men and women should be treated equally. Therefore, rights should be the same, which they are. Report to the employer for breaking the rights of equality that protects gender equality. If that is called to attention, most likely they will have to do something about it to avoid problems. Speak with the employer to describe the situation and find a solution to the inequality. Maybe it's not even the employer giving you the problems. It might be other employees causing the problems. And if you call it to attention, most likely it will be brought to the other employees' attention. Our conclusion is discrimination is the act of having preference to either group or beliefs of own personal choice. Everyone is entitled to their own personal beliefs, their religion, or their sexual orientation. It should not be caused or conflicted in the workplace. Action must be taken to fix the problem and fast. It is important to report it in time with proof to avoid more discussions. There are laws that protect the employee from the negligence and inequality in the workplace. I am very thankful for all of you being here today. I hope this served as a lesson and you learned something new. And that will be all for today.